Abby from Autumn of Pellinor, and today I'm going to be telling you about the books I read in December. So first up is The Song Rising by Samantha Shannon. I finished this up in December. I read around that in November and around that in December, and that was pretty much all in one day. No, that was all in one day. There was like a couple of these that were in December before that. Anyway, yeah, that tells you how much I enjoyed the end of this book. It was amazing. This is the third book in the Bone Season series by Samantha Shannon, so of course I can't tell you too much about this book by itself, but the first book in the series follows Paige Mahoney in London. She has, in essence, magical powers. She's a clairvoyant. These people, these clairvoyants, she's not the only one, have to kind of remain underground because it's illegal to be a clairvoyant in this country, which is like a futuristic dystopian version of the UK. And Paige is captured. They find out that she is clairvoyant, they capture her, and she then finds out what happens to those clairvoyants who are captured by the government. And this is the third book in the 7-book series. So I really enjoyed it. I loved it so much. 5 stars. I need to sneeze. And now I've said it, it's gone. That's rude. Rude. Next up is a reread for me. This was my reread for the BookTube Rereadathon, and the prompt was a book that comforts me. I was reading the last 4 months of the year, the 4 books of Pellinor. That's what I was doing. So this is The Singing. This is the 4th book by Alison Croggon, and once again, I can't tell you about this book specifically, but the first book we follow Myrad, who is a slave in a place called Gilliman's Cot, basically like in the middle of nowhere, kind of farming situation, and she's rescued by Cadvan, who is a bard, which is essentially someone who's magical. Myrad is also magical, and he's very confused how she's ended up in this Gilliman's Cot place, and it's basically them traversing the country of Adil Amaranth, figuring out what's up with Myrad. And this is the culmination. It's I would consider it a YA high fantasy series, if that gives you a bit more of context to kind of what's going on. I adore it so much. It's one of my absolute favourites, if you can't tell by the destituteness of my copy. 5 stars. Then I read Seasons of War by Skullduggery Pleasant, yet another book in a series. All 4 are in series. So again, can't tell you anything. This is the 13th book in the Skullduggery Pleasant series. I really enjoyed this. I think I gave it 4 stars. I did have a couple of issues, but nothing major. It just wasn't like 5 star. But I adore this series so much. The first book was released in like 2005, so it's a while ago now. This series has progressed. It's a big series. We start off with our main character, Valkyrie, who is like 12 in the first book, and she's like older than me in this one. I'm 24, I think she's like 26. So that tells you, I hit my head, that tells you the progression of the series. But the first book is about this young girl, and she meets a skeleton detective. He is just a walking, talking skeleton, and she discovers that there is magic in Ireland that she didn't know about. It's written by an Irish author, it's set in Ireland. It's like an urban fantasy. It's middle grade technically, but it's very dark for middle grade, which I adore. There's lots of, it progresses as the books themselves progress. It's got 11 plus on the back, which makes me laugh because middle grade is like 8 to 12. But it's 11 plus. There's a lot of violence, a lot of gore, there's death. It's great. I have a standalone video on the entire series. No spoilers in the video. I adore this series so much, and I'm so excited for Dead or Alive to come out in 2021. But yes, I'm finally caught up with this series. And then the last book that I read in 2020 is The Secret Commonwealth by Pullman. This is the second book in the Book of Dust trilogy, I believe it's going to be. Why did I hold up 2 fingers? Which is linked to the His Dark Materials books, which were the first books in this overarching series. If you haven't heard of it before, either The Northern Lights or The Golden Compass will trigger your memory. The film was The Golden Compass, the book was The Northern Lights. This book, so the first one in this series, happens before the His Dark Materials trilogy. This one happens after, which I hadn't been expecting. Like, it does say, it says, but I just hadn't been expecting it. I'd still expected it to be a prequel. So that was a nice surprise. I'm still enjoying it. I say still because I have, it's gonna be blurry, but you'll see, that much left to go. It's the 29th. I'll finish it. I am currently in the realm of 4 stars. I do have so many tabs. Some of these tabs are issues I have, some of these tabs are things I adore. Despite the issues that I am having with the book, I'm really loving it. Like, I have issues with certain things, especially at the beginning. It's like, what is going on? I just had a spoiler. I've cut that out. I need to discuss this. But I'm waiting till I finish. There is a video by Pellinor that I'm going to link down below that I'm so excited to watch. She made this video months ago and I've had to wait until I've finished this book and I still can't watch it. So I'm probably going to watch it in like January, so I'll comment on that. Dust jacket is dusty. I mean, This is a chunker of a book. It is taking me a while to get through these last 100 pages, but if I haven't managed it by the 31st, what I'm essentially going to do is just, while we're waiting for the New Year's, just sit and read is my plan, just so that it is done. So at the moment, I haven't finished this, but I will have. Like I said, at the minute, if it does continue in the same vein, it's going to be a 4-star read for me. It would have been a 5-star because of how much I'm adoring this, apart from a few points that I don't want to mention for spoilers. They aren't spoilers in and of themselves, but I just don't want to ruin anything. Like, there's just a couple of bits that pull it down slightly from the 5-star, but don't pull it down any further for me. I am really enjoying this. I still love Philip Pullman's writing, and I'm very excited for the 3rd book when it comes out. Although, God save me. And those are, if I restack them in high order, those are the books that I've read almost in 2020 in December. Hey! So it was a really good reading month. I mean, like 5-star, 5-star, 4-star, predicted 4-star. I'm pretty happy. Even if it wasn't a large number of books, it's a large number of pages. I got through some books that have been on my TBR for a while, so all in all, I'm really happy with how this December worked out. Let me know what your last read of 2020 was down in the comments below, and also how your reading went in December. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye!